All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. YAHAWAH been a true name of the Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI been a true name of his only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations unto the elect of YAHAWAH, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who might look like the other nations, but on your father's side goes back to a Negro, Latino, or Native American. Also want to give blessings and salutations unto you, Akim, out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, looking forward to the downfall and destruction of Babylon, also known as America today. And I just want to get into a real quick lesson. It's going to be kind of, going off of the spirit. It was a video that I seen a while back, as you can see in the background. And I'm not no track and field type person. I don't mind watching. I just don't watch it. It's kind of like soccer, I guess. But I had ran across this video, and as you can see in the video, once I first seen it, I seen the first, Israelite woman take off, and then I seen two Edomites in between, for the most part. And then I seen the last one, right? And I was just like, man, look at that salt, And I just, we're through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, we are the salt of the earth, man. We are the salt of the earth. We give flavor. We give life. We give feeling to this world, because the Edomites, so-called white people, they're bland as hell, They're bland as hell overall. We're not talking about the ones who went to culinary school and know how to cook and things. We're just talking about overall. They're bland in sports and dancing and all of that, Look at that. Look at what they've done with the place. Look what they've done with the world with it being in their hands. They're not cultivating anything. They're not increasing anything or making things better. They're being greedy and pretty much forcing the world into slavery. That's their whole goal, going into the charagma. All right. But yeah, once I seen the video, so it had me to go look up, exactly how they operate within track, far as the order. All right. So I just want to get a little bit, like I said, I'm not really a huge track and field type of guy. And by that, I mean, I don't have full knowledge of it. So this is what I looked up on it. But it says, what are running relays? It says there are two standard relay events in a track and field, the 4x100 meter relay and the 4x400 meter relay. All right. It says, then it has, pretty much the rules, how they pass a baton, the reason you can get disqualified. But then it has basic strategy, right? And it says the sequence of the relay is usually set as such, right? The second fastest starts first, as you seen the Israelite woman. All right, followed by the third fastest, then the slowest, and then the fastest. So that's the order. And if you see, so the fastest one out of those four ladies that was running is the last one to run, which is also known as the anchor, solidifying stability, and then the second fastest starts off the race, right? To get that head start, Then the third fastest is after that, to keep that head start in a sense. And then the slowest goes before the fastest goes, because you got the fastest who can what? Bring you home in a sense. Okay, you got that can bring you home in a sense. You could be possibly, a little behind in the race, and then you got the fastest one of your team that can bring you back. And it had me thinking about, a lot of things, just dealing with in this truth. With, needing brothers, working, not necessarily working as a team, but, being one in YAHAWASHI, man. I want to grab this real quick. This is Romans chapter 16, verse 17. It says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Right? Because within this truth, okay, you have to be one with YAHAWASHI. Okay, we know that there's two sides of this thing of ours. Okay, you have the prophets, the men of the Lord that will be teaching and preaching the word correctly and having sound doctrine. And then you have the false prophets who will be leading the sheep astray. All right. So there's no mixing the two. They're coming together and having a happy day at the end of at the end of it, because there has to be some that lose and some that win. You know, that's just life. That's the balance. That's how the Lord created everything. All right. So we getting down to these last days, and we're seeing that certain camps are coming up. You know, certain camps are bringing out, you know, doctrine in the sense of whatever they want to teach according to their own bellies, in a sense, according to their own mind, adding to the word and taking from it, if you will. All right. So imagine, right? Because there's certain people on the outside of this thing that don't realize why any and everybody can't come together. I mean, if that's the case, you know, Christians would every Christian would agree with us, because we have a Bible. It's just not meant for everybody to be mixed. As the Lord separated the nations, he divided the nations. Everybody was entitled to their own land, man. All right. But imagine, let's say I'm not going to say any names, but you have 4 different camps, right? Just as you had those women, you know, and it's no slight at women and men or nothing. That's just a video I ran across. But you have 4 different camps running this relay that have different mindsets, right? What is the first thing that you think would happen? You will have them arguing over who should be the anchor, because the anchor is a very important piece. Everybody's important, but the anchor is a solidifying piece. Okay. But you will have everybody, oh, I'm the fastest. I'm the fastest. So guess what would happen? It wouldn't get done. Even if everybody do line up and they figure out a particular order, you know what's going to be on a person's mind? Whoever's third, whoever's third might feel some type of way. All right. Whoever third might feel some type of way, because what? That is considered the slowest person. So technically, whichever camp would represent the third person, you're considered the least of them, man. Okay. But it shouldn't matter, I would say, you know, but it shouldn't matter. All right. Because let me see. I'll come back to this. I think, what is it? Acts? No, it's not Acts. Tripping. 1 Corinthians 12, I believe. Salakia. I didn't have this queued up. Yeah, okay, Khan. It says, this is, and I can, you know, you can read 1 Corinthians 12. I'm just not trying to make this too long, you know. This is 1 Corinthians 12, and I'll start at 17. It says, if the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? But now hath the Most High set the members, every one of them in the body, as it hath pleased him. And that's the thing, even within these different, you know, your camp that you're in, you know, it is order. YAHAWASHI deals with order, man. Okay. And if you can't be used, then you can be, you know, put aside pretty much. That's how the Lord operates. He wants quality. He's not worried about quantity, man. So the Lord puts men in places where he would deem them fit for the best results of his will. All right. It says, and if they were all one member, where were the body? But now are they many members, yet but one body. And just like them ladies, there's one team, but there's many members. There's 4 different members, and everybody playing their position. Okay. Everybody playing a part, and they had got the victory. All right. It says, and the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of thee. Yeah. So let's say the second runner says that they don't need the third. Well, you can't. You gonna run an extra 100 meters? Somebody would have to run an extra 100 meters. Okay, but even by rule, you wouldn't even be able to race because you don't have 4 members, man. So everybody part counts. All right, and like I said before, the Lord sets them up where He needs them. Okay, where it pleases Him. All right. It says in the eye, verse 21, and the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of thee. Nay, but much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor, and our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness. For our comely parts have no need, but the Most High hath tempered the body together, right? Having given more abundant honor to the parts which lacked, right? That there should be no schisms in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. And I want to get that word schism, right? But, taking it from there, that everything can be, verse 1 Corinthians 14:40, let all things be done decently and in order, man. Okay, so let me see, Salakia, what verse was that? 25. So this is 1 Corinthians 12:25. I'm gonna get the word schisms. All right, I'll read it again. It says that there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. All right, so let's go to this word schism.
Strong's G 4978. Schisma. Schisma.
Yeah, and it says a rent. All right, metaphor, a division or dissension. Hey, Esau, what did he do? He divided and conquered, man. He put our people against each other and had us, that we became separated to the point where we was no longer a strong whole. We was two halves. All right, which the movie Wakanda Forever. Okay, if you check that movie out, it shows you pretty much our history, man, as well as our present day today with coming back together through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, but that's so every part is important. Every part is important. Whatever part YAHAWASHI sets you up to be in, that's your part. Okay, that's your part. Then once you start to envy or covet another part of position, that's where you get those schisms at. That's where you get the problems at. Okay, and that's why the Lord. Let me see. Where is that? It's Ephesians 4. This is Ephesians. 1 second. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 3. It says, man. Yeah, I'll just start here. It says, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one power and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. And is speaking to the Israelites, all right? Not speaking to the whole entire world, man, okay? If you look like the other nations and by your spirit you feel his word, then most likely you're of the nation of Israel. Okay, do what you got to do to seek the salvation. Repent for what you've done, and listen to. You can listen to the proper camps, GMS. I'll just say you can listen to GMS and the other men outside of GMS that follow GMS, that give double honors unto the apostles and elders who are in good standings, those camps, but that goes to show you everybody can't come together. Everybody will not be together, okay? Because of the simple fact is, going back into Romans 16 and 17, right? See, and people have a problem. That's just reality. If things don't work out, then things just gotta separate, man. You try to force things together, and it'll end up being chaotic. All right, so it says Romans 16:17, it says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. And that's the most important thing. It's not what you looking at them, the outside of them, and having a problem with the outside of them. It's no, mark them, because you're looking at word is scopeo, which you can get the word scope from. You know, you're looking at it. Matter of fact, I'll just get that word as well. Okay. It says scopeo, to look at, observe, contemplate, to fix one eye upon, direct one's attention. Okay, to look to, take heed to thyself. And that's what you have, man. Okay, so you got to mark those. You got to scopeo those which cause division. And that also through the spirit of YAHAWASHI allow you to defend the gospel as well, man. Okay, because everybody's not going to teach the same thing, because it's not meant to have, because you got to have people that get offended. You got to have somebody who are of the wicked scribes and the Pharisees, because this is nothing new. There's no new thing under the sun, man. Okay, so just as in the Lord time, you had some preaching and teaching the right things, and then you had some opposing them. All right, telling them to do what? Not to teach in the name of Yahawashi. Just as you have some people today saying the name doesn't matter, or they're teaching in a different name other than Yahawashi. All right, there's nothing new under the sun, man. Okay, so hey, just keep in mind, they, like I said, far as, speaking about the race and just everything got to be done properly and in decent order. That's how you get the job done, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. Okay, once you go to trying to make it your thing and put yourself in a position that you're not supposed to be in. Imagine Shaquille O'Neal running point. Come on, man. That's cookies all day. You gonna steal the ball all these, not a dribble. You go your big ass under that basket and get them rebounds and put it back. Everybody has to play their part. Okay? Some people can play multiple parts. All right? But what best do you fit at? Where are you best at? You know what I'm saying? Cause hey, what if you got two runners that have the same speed? They both run a 40-yard dash, and they have the same speed. Who, you're gonna fight and bicker over who? But one of them might have just a little bit more acceleration than the other. One, cause hey, I'll just leave it there. I just didn't want to get into a whole story person about something that happened. But I mean, that's what it is. We all one more precept, and we'll close it out on this. One more precept, because we gotta just keep in mind this is of YAHAWASHI. Okay, we was just hired. We was just hired. All right. This is Proverbs 16:33. It says, "The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord." So that's how the Lord is. The Lord controls all of this, man. It's all according to his will. He already had it set up before the foundation of the earth. Everybody just got to play their part. That's why we call ourselves a hopefully elect. We pray that we're of the elect, but as of now, we got to preach this word as the Lord said, man. That's one of the commandments. All right, to preach, to go on the highways and the byways and bid them to the marriage. Okay. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you was edified and exhorted. And I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, Shalom.